Hey everyone, this is GT, I am the Thai. I'm actually re-recording this thing right now because I realized what happened was I had to edit the video because it was about 20 minutes or so, and that was way too much for me. And it was just so choppy, I decided I'd just redo the whole thing. But basically, so I dropped down the hole, this is the bad guy. For some reason, Ganon really likes to have people have killer eyeballs guard the maidens. I don't know what is up with that. He's a weird man, but basically, monkey see, monkey do. Just follow whatever I'm doing on the screen right now. It's really easy. Just hit them with the fire rod. You can hit them with the sword too, but it'll do a ton of damage. The fire does a ton of damage, and then obviously since we have sword level 3, that will also do a whole bunch of damage. Yeah, but this boss is pretty easy, and this would conclude Ice Palace, which is Crystal Palace number 5, and you will get a heart container for your trouble, like any other time, to signify the boss battle is done. And there you go, there is a maiden again, or, you know, a crystal. So, what color is she wearing now? Let's find out. It's green, blue, red. What was the last color that they were wearing? I think it was blue. Oh, she's wearing green. There you go. And because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. And they say that the Hyrule people control mysterious powers, as do the 7 wise men. And then, but the blood of the Hyrule had become thin over time, and we who carry the blood of the 7 wise men do not possess strong power anymore either. And our powers will increase if we mix the courage of the knights with the wisdom of the wise. I think it's of the wise men. I don't know why I'm clicking so slowly through this thing. But only a short time remains until the gate of the castle linking the worlds opens completely. If you defeat Ganon, this world will vanish, and the Triforce will wait for I think it's a new master. Do you understand? And then, yeah, I understand. So basically, if you have a 5-year-old in the room, they could have kept up with that reading a while ago, so kudos for that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just move on to Crystal Palace number 6 now, and that's in Misery Mire, which is where the dungeon is, or where the desert palace was in the light world, which was dungeon number 2. Yeah, but I hope you guys are enjoying the walkthrough right now. It's wrapping up pretty quickly. As of right now, I am at Ganon's tower. I played through all of that, and then obviously all I got to do is render the videos, and then once I finish with Ganon's tower, it would be fighting Ganon itself, and then this whole game is actually done. So I have Crystal Palace number 6 and number 7 done already. So we're nearing the close of the walkthrough. It's pretty crazy. And I didn't realize how easy a Let's Play was, because basically, I don't know how many subscribers I actually have from Pokemon battles per se, but Pokemon battles take up a whole bunch of time. Up here is the piece of heart. I cut out a scene somewhere around here, yeah. But I'm going to get a piece of heart. I'm going to grab another piece of heart in a second, and, you know, just follow the screen. But Pokemon battles take a lot longer, because what you have to do is, you know, obviously, to get the highest quality, you have to emulate the game itself on your computer, and then you screen record it, and then what happens after you screen record it is then you play that back in, you know, like Iamthetie or a Sony Vegas or, you know, some sort of movie player. And then what you do is you add your narration to it, and then you add any other effects. Obviously, I'm kind of a novice at this, so I'm not going to have a whole lot of experience in terms of effects. But I feel like the quality of the video has gotten really, really good. I found a really good setting on the emulator that I'm using, so. But there's a piece of heart right there. You go to the far corner, and then you go back into the light world, pick up the rock, and then it's hidden in that cave. So it's really easy to get to. There's only 2 more pieces of heart left in the game, if I'm correct. So pretty much just flying through this dungeon, and then if I time this correctly, well, actually I did a really bad job timing this. That's why I have to re-record the audio again. Basically, we're going to trek through half of Misery Mire, which is actually not a very fun dungeon for me. I actually hate this dungeon a whole bunch. I don't know what it is. I think it's just I think it was the whole green color and the fact that I'm stuck in a swamp and it's raining, and it's just not my cup of tea, you know? But no, but what else can I talk about? I have so much time now that I'm not narrating it live. I got a question from a viewer asking what my age was, and I guess if you guys want to know a little bit about me, obviously, well, I didn't put my age up, but I am 23 years old. I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry, but I really like video game stuff, and honestly, if if I was smarter with choosing my pathway, I would have done something completely different, and I probably would have worked on programming, just because it would have been fun to just goof around with that, or like get into marketing or do something for Nintendo. But I'm into chemistry because I really like chemistry too, and actually more than chemistry, I actually like biology a whole bunch. So right now I'm on the fence because I'm trying to choose between going to pharmacy school or medical school. So that's pretty much where I am right now. And then while I'm contemplating those two decisions, I'm just playing games in the meantime. And then obviously I'm studying for the MCAT. I've taken the PCAT already because as of up to 3 months ago, I was almost 100% certain that I was going to go to pharmacy school, but I've had a change of heart since then because basically my entire life I wanted to be a doctor, but I always felt like pharmacy school would have been a lot shorter and it would have been a lot easier. But honestly, I kind of feel like it would make more sense to just do the thing that takes more time if I really enjoy it, I feel like it makes no sense to cut yourself short. In this room, I'm just kind of checking to see if you can blow a hole in there. I don't think you can. So basically, you'll have to forgive me. I was wandering through this dungeon. This is one of the few dungeons in this game that I actually don't know very well. But back to my story. No, I just wanted to do something that I was really passionate about. But obviously, taking the MCAT means I have to take some time off, and then I'm just kind of studying for that right now, and then kind of biding my time. I was working with a company over in California because that's where I live, and then what happened was they transferred over to Maryland. So obviously I lost my job, but it's not really that big of a deal. I've been pretty good with money. I worked all through undergraduate. I was working 35 hours and then taking a full load of classes, and it was absolutely ridiculous. But I stockpiled a whole bunch of money. I've always been pretty frugal with my money, and even though I'm really into video games, I always try to exercise discretion when I'm buying them. Because basically, if I don't think that I'm going to replay them over and over again, I just don't buy them. So basically, the only games that I really do replay over and over again are these games, like the old Super Nintendo ones. Like the reason why I love the Game Boy Advance per se over all the other handheld consoles is because they made so many ports of old classic Super Nintendo games. I just kind of fell in love with it, and basically, to me, that just meant that I could take those Super Nintendo games with me when I was on the run. So that's what I enjoyed about it. Obviously, you can see I have 2 keys right now. I'm pretty sure there was another key I could have picked up, but I'm kind of scrambling in the dungeon right now. If you go over here, you will see that the blocks are raised in this area, and basically what that means is that you have to find the pearl switch, and then you have to hit it in order to open that area. That treasure chest down in that other room is actually the map, so I'll go back and get that in good time. But this is the main room, and basically the only thing in this entire room is that big key door. So you don't really need to be in here just yet, but the bottom skull always contains that evil-looking rabbit-turning thingy-majiggy. So just don't pick up that one. Always pick up the top 2 only. No, I'm just in between work. There's a whole bunch of MCATs I can take, but what I wanted to do is the MCAT, if you guys don't know how graduate school tests work now, is that they're all electronic. And that kind of sucks because at my age, they were just phasing in and typing. So, back when I was in elementary school, so I'm not particularly strong with typing, even though I've spent a lot of time on the computer. Like, I've created my own freehand thing where basically I got my left hand covering like a quarter of the keys that instead of half the keyboard, it covers a quarter of the keyboard, and then the other hand covers 3/4 of the keyboard. Because basically, I found that I use the majority of the letters on the left-hand side of the keyboard a lot more. So I just like to keep that hand kind of stationary. But obviously, that's not the correct way to type. And if you want to type really efficiently and obviously avoid all the spelling errors, you're going to definitely have to take some time out and then learn how to type correctly. So I'm working on that in the meantime while studying for the MCAT, and then just kind of taking some time back. Obviously, once I'm done taking the MCAT, I was actually thinking about moving back down to where I did my undergraduate program, which was down in San Diego. And then I figured I'd meet back up with friends, and then maybe I go live with them for a little bit, and then go find some work to kill some time. But in the meantime, until then, I'm just doing video game walkthroughs and studying. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell at this point in my life. But anyway, I'm fighting with these slugs that poop bombs, and they literally do poop bombs. I don't quite understand the premise behind that. So it's a little bit awkward. But basically, I missed the key again. I'll go back and get that key eventually, but if you push the block to the side in that one room, then you can go up to the top, and then there is a treasure chest with a key in it. I will get that at the end of the video, because I remember playing through this and thinking, oh, I'm an idiot. So, but once again, the premise for Zelda is totally creepy. I have to say that the music in A Link to the Past isn't nearly as creepy as the first one, because I don't know what it is, but in the original NES version of Zelda, the music is just kind of psychedelic in a way, you know? It's just like, kind of gets your blood racing. But this game is actually really freaky. If you guys don't watch a walkthrough and you don't know what you're doing, I remember when I was fighting Ganon towards the end of the game. Basically, the Zelda series for me is the only series that I've ever played where I actually start to tremble when I get to the boss, because I'm actually really scared. Like, it didn't happen to me in Twilight Princess, which was really disappointing, because that's the reason why Twilight Princess isn't really a classic for me. But in this game, when I was fighting Ganon, I remember I had to put down the controller for half an hour and then go get something to eat. And basically what happened was I was so nervous. and so, because, I mean, it's Ganon, you know? It's like, it's the end of the game, and like, this was basically the first Zelda game I've ever beaten, and it was a huge milestone, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's like crazy monster pig attacking me, and but it had that effect on me. And then the same thing happened to me in Ocarina of Time right after I got through the Spirit Temple, which was the last temple in that game. And then basically what happens is Princess Zelda reveals herself as a character that you spend a lot of time with in the actual game, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that. And the moment she reveals herself, Ganon finds her and is really terrifying, and then she gets kidnapped, and obviously you gotta go save her, because that's the premise behind every single Zelda game. Like, Zelda gets into trouble and Link has to save her. But those two games really got me trembling. I know there's a couple of Final Fantasy games that actually got me trembling a little bit too. Remember, not Final Fantasy 7, but Final Fantasy 9 had me going for a little bit. Not necessarily the storyline boss, but the optional boss in the game, known as Ozma. He's basically a giant planet-looking thing, and killing him got me really nervous, because that was probably the hardest boss in all of Final Fantasy that I've ever played. But basically, I lit all the things in that area, and basically what that does is that this opens up this room that we can drop down into that floor. That's why I did that. And then this is the big key right here. And then obviously if you go through here, then you can get back into this room with the big key area, and you just go through here, and then you can go through another pipe, and it'll take you back into that main room where you can just go upstairs, and that's the second half of the dungeon, which I'll get to in the next video. But at this point right here, when I'm walking through the video, I realize that I'm still missing a key. I'm pretty sure that I still need a key. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and just kind of explore and then try to find that last key before I stop the video. But hopefully you guys don't mind my editing skills for this video. Is a little bit choppy. But I feel like overall it's pretty easy to follow. Tell me if you guys like this narration overall compared to my other ones. Normally I talk about the game a lot, but I felt like just getting some of this stuff off my chest. Always make sure you check the skulls in this area, just because you never know when they have a key. Because a lot of the times they put keys underneath the skulls later in the game, and you hate to find yourself searching for it. But basically, I'm gonna go get the Cane of Somaria now. You can hookshot over to that block. I saw someone do that the other day, but normally I just run, and then I can make it in plenty of time. And then obviously, the Cane of Somaria allows you to generate a block. And basically what it does is, you push the block onto it has the same exact properties, basically, of, when you push a statue on top of a block, because the button wouldn't stay down. Basically, you create a little block, and then you push it on top of the button, that way the button stays pressed, and then obviously you can grab whatever you need. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and grab the last key, and I believe this is where I stop the video. So obviously, comment, like, and subscribe to this video. Tell your friends about this if you enjoy it. I'm always looking for more subscribers. I'm going for 10 subscribers. I'm going to set the bar really low, because I figure, why the heck not? Like, I got 7 subscribers after like 2.5 months, and obviously people don't do a whole bunch of Pokemon battles. I don't get challenged a whole bunch, but honestly, I'm not really going around on Pokemon forums and looking for challenges anyway, because I got better things to do with my time. I just kind of like the premise and the thought process behind Pokemon Wi-Fi battling, which is why I got into it. But, you know, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.